Frank, the crypto tank. And I am sorry you're working on our technical difficulties, but we got our camera on. And good morning, good morning, good morning. Frank, the crypto tank is new to YouTube, so thanks for joining in and welcome into our new channel called Crypto Info Blockchain Made Easy. And I am your funny little host that is here to give you information, insights, and updates on cryptocurrency happenings, price action, project fundamentals, a little bit about charts, some technical analysis, what we call TA, concerning charts, how to read them, how to navigate the crypto space if we're investing. You must understand I am not a financial advisor, and none of this is for financial advice. It never will be. It is strictly for informational and educational purposes only. You got to remember to take a breath sometimes. All right, here's the deal. This morning, did I put a topic up? No, I didn't. No particular reason. I just forgot, okay? Here's the deal. What I think people don't realize, and the reason why XRP's price is not cranking, let's switch over real quick to our share screen and grab coin market cap today. Up 3.94 trill, up to 3.94 trill on the day for the cryptocurrency market cap. Our fear and greed's in at a 58. Into the greed, Bitcoin is in at 117,000. Ethereum's in at 4,198 for one Ethereum. XRP coming in at $3.32. Now, here's the deal. XRP on the 1 day, XRP on the 7 day. We're still doing nicely here, guys. Look at us moving out of here from the 2nd of August. Getting to here, retracing, going up. So up, down, and now we have here. Let's back it up a little bit. So between here, call it somewhere around the 12th of July, 10th, 12th of July, to this spot here, draw a line down, draw a line from at least this spot. You can even come back here further. It's not going to help out because we're going to go on the 1 year. But if you go out further, you can see. So if we're drawing a trend line here, guys, this is where we're going with XRP moving forward. I mean, it's basic stuff. Folks that don't do this and don't know this, don't, believe it or not, do not understand or realize, and you probably didn't either, that this basic trend is what happens, is that if we can draw a line here, that if we move out and zoom way out, we're going... Well, these, of course, clearly are going to shoot way past this all-time high. We know that because if we can draw a trend line from here and go up like this on a diagonal, we, over time and history, are going up here to these levels. So, anyway, don't forget Caleb and Brown, your personal crypto broker, and they're very serious about your money getting back to you. That gains that you achieve in the crypto space come back to you, and you are able to actually pull them out that day. Unlike some exchanges where they're not set up, of course, to do that. They've told you they can't do that, and you've signed off on it. Nothing wrong, but a Coinbase or an Uphold, nothing wrong. They've told you they won't give you your money once it goes. Let's say let's say, for instance, I want to set a sell order on Uphold, which I've done. I've tried multiple times. I cannot set it past a certain point because if I set it to, let's say, Harmony One going to, I want to sell it at 95 cents per coin, and the amount of Harmony One that I have in Uphold, nope. Way too much money they'd have to pay me. That's not happening. It says, nope, can't do that transaction. Sorry. You got to put it, it brings an error box up and says you've got to pull it down to point whatever, 2-3 cents or whatever per Harmony One. That's your max that you can take out. Not pulling it does not compute. Anybody that doesn't pull it does not compute to you? Okay. Yeah, I find that kind of weird. And that's what we've all agreed to. So anyway, XRP is not going to crank. Today's episode, XRP is not going to crank until we see the permissioned domains or the permissioned dexes, XLS80, XLS81, start to crank. And I'm here to help. And people are wondering still, and I've tried to warn, to please don't get excited. This is the other day. And I know the case is over. I know it's a huge thing. We're not going to go crazy and jump up and down and think that's going to make XRP's price shoot to the moon because we know better than that. And I try to tell everybody, and everybody who had good sense knew that that was never going to happen. It's not how XRP's price cranks. XRP's price cranks once the permissioned dexes and ledgers are turned on, which they have not been. Directly asking Google, have the XRP's opened permissioned features or domains on the XRPL been made active yet? Answer, no. At this time, there are no XRP Ledger features currently using the permission domains functionality. End of story. Do you understand? Please understand this. Nothing happens with XRP's price except for speculation until this happens. Once the permissioned features are turned on and the institutions can actually use XRP and ODL, then we see XRP's price move based on utility. Mike, you're going to move out of the way. Michael James microphone. I have a full name for my mic, and when I'm pissed, I call it its whole name with the middle name. While amendments are in development to leverage permission domains, says Google, for features like single asset vault, lending protocol, and permission dexes, these features are not yet live and actively utilizing permissioned domains. Guys, that's why the price ain't going up. It's not going to go up just on, hey, we think XRP is awesome, institution stocking, and then they're going to come in and just buy it. No. However, it's important to note that the XRP Ledger does support the concept of permission domains as an underlying mechanism to control access to other features that may be restricted by these domains. Okay, maybe it can slip its way in and interface. Maybe I don't have this fully correct. I am always learning. I don't think that's true, though. I don't think it can be turned on by the banks yet. Even if they come in kind of like as a side note or a backdoor, working with the banks already have and trying to interface APIs with that, I don't think that's possible. But what do I know? The All Invest reports the launch of permission DEX on the XRPL as part of the XRPL 2.5.0 upgrade, but it seems that the full utilization of the permissioned domain specifically for restricting access within the DEX might be still pending or limited in scope. This is a sticking point that, excuse me, I don't think anybody even at the company, well, maybe I'm off. I think this is something that can't be talked about yet. In essence, while the infrastructure or permissioned domains exist, the specific features that would utilize them are still in development or have not been fully activated. Okay, welcome into the show this morning. Guys, I love you. I want you to pay attention. Good morning, Nelson. What's up? Karina, new one. Welcome in. Charts not moving. No, Karina, the charts aren't going to move. Hi, Karina. Welcome in. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We love everybody who comes into this channel. Mr. Chris, good morning. I just feel like I can't understand what people are saying, and I laugh. I'm not laughing at you. I'm laughing at me because I can't read comments. No, charts aren't going to move. Hold on. We can't see what you're trying to show us. Oh, gotcha. No, I'm not really. Oh, gotcha. So my share screen's not working. Is that what you're saying? My apologies. Sorry, guys. Sorry. Wait, hang on. Sorry, guys. Going back to the full screen. Green at YouTube. Sorry, I'm new. I'm old and I'm new, and it's hard, and this stuff is confusing, and we tried something new. My production guy and I tried something new yesterday. So I do apologize. I'm kind of a knucklehead when it comes to all this stuff, all this tech stuff. I try. Sorry. Sorry, I apologize. Chris and Nelson and Karina, guys, here's the good morning, by the way. Welcome in. I hope you guys are having a blessed morning this morning. Guys, we all know that XRP is not going to crank in price really until it's utilized in the real world. It's real usage. It's real world usage, right? It's utility case being realized, ODL, by the banks. They can't do it yet. So the price isn't going to move yet. So anyway, It will once it starts being used. It will once ETFs are approved, hopefully this fall. Hopefully a few of them, right? What, 19, 20 filings now? Hopefully a few of them are by a couple of monsters, you know. Canary Capital's big enough, but it's not big enough. We need more. But the inflows of XRP, just you wait and see. And I really did not mean to rhyme there. Q1, Q2 of 2026. Watch for. I don't know. I'm not a financial advisor. It's not financial advice, but watch for a crazy bull run. I'm calling out. That's what I'm calling. A crazy extended bull run for some time. Going into Q1 and Q2, and perhaps even Q3 of 2026. Could be completely wrong. I don't know. That's what makes sense. Everything seems to be aligning, right? The M2 money supply, all that liquidity coming in to the market. One thing, geopolitical events aligning, BRICS gaining pace, gaining a foot, however you say it, moving further afield. All right, they're not stopping. Pro crypto White House and regulation. Number 3. Major catalyst and major piece to line up to make crypto crank. Tons of money coming in. I think I mentioned it. Did I mention tons of money coming in? So 28 billion is being printed a day to the tune of 3 trillion by the end of this year, which folks are probably not aware of. 28 bill a day, 3 trill by the end of the year. Yes, that's how much money is being injected into the economy right now. It's happening. Like everything happens, they do it behind our back, so to speak, kind of thing. Well, it's happening on the timeline, and I'll have a program like this up, and people will say, what are you talking about? Like, that doesn't really, I'm not really seeing that. But it's been happening over these past weeks and months, and people are like, really? 28 bill a day? 3 trill by the end of the year? I thought I heard something about that once on the news, but kind of never heard anything about that again. Just didn't think they were doing that. Oh, yeah, they're doing it. That's how much money they're injecting into the economy. What happens when M2 money cranks? Risk-on assets. What? They are purchased. Real estate. Interest rates lower. Real estate goes crazy. Asset prices go crazy. Real estate prices go crazy, but the real estate market gets hot again. Becomes a seller's market again, doesn't it? BlackRock comes in. Pull one lever, the next lever gets pulled. It's like you start to see the cycles when you're old enough in this world, when you're old, and you start to see this crap happens every single time. All these 3, 4, 5-year cycles or whatever, this happens all the time. Repurposing of the debt, refinancing the debt to the tune of trillions every 4 years-ish, coinciding with a Bitcoin cycle and a presidential cycle. Isn't that interesting? How all these things line up like this. Yeah. Well, do you see all the pieces lining up right now? And what we cannot deny, the money is being printed right now. Every piece I just mentioned is happening. Pro crypto White House. Did I mention regulation for stablecoin now, so that the unbanked now with a cell phone, you can get out of your vehicle, go ahead and pay your cab driver, and wherever. Somalia, I don't care where you are, right? United States, I don't care where you are. Any town, USA. That is what is coming to the world very, very, very shortly. Ripple just ramped up, by the way, as a side note, its stablecoin proliferation, I guess you can call it. The advancing of its stablecoin with, I forgot the name of the company. They just did that yesterday. Help me out in the comments. That just happened. So prime broker Hidden Road purchased for 1.25 bill. You got Medico. You got, what was the other move they made? Yeah, Ripple's not playing games now, are they? If we see what they're doing, yeah, they're not playing games. And this market is about to rock. We're going into Q1, Q2. My call is an extended bull run. You guys tell me what you think. I don't know. I mean, that's what we all hope for, I guess. But that's Tank's quick little take. I'm going to jump into the episode of today and talk about, what am I? What is that? Broken English, Italian? I'm going to jump into the episode of today. Yeah. I'm going to get into permissioned features. No, I'm not doing this on coffee or anything weird. I'm a natural dude who likes to do a mushroom tea. So anyway, I'm a little wacky. Morning, Doug. What's up, dude? So we got Doug in this morning. Love you, man. Doug's in. Karina Melton, thank you. Please subscribe if you like what we're doing and you like our channel. We are going to now get into the actual program. Good morning, Karina. And Rick, good morning. Rick the coach, will Talkie 4.4, then rejected, then September go to $10. Okay, cool. Don't think I'm going to argue with that, dude, because I think you're about on point with that ish, and I don't know. I'm guessing. I think it's more like kind of 13, 14, 15, not 10. But let's see. You could be on point, and I hope if you're on point, I'm fine with that. Can't get to any kind of screen share because I'll have to fix that. Actually, I probably can do it while we're talking, but I don't want to take our time. Let's get into the episode and just run it that way. I'll use my notes here. So, XRP's latest protocol release, guys, and I will jump into comments and keep checking those. And you guys tell me what you think, please. And Mahidin, good morning. I don't think I'm saying your name correctly. Mahadin? Mahadin? No? Help me. Yeah, I think you tried to help me before, and I'm just a little too dumb when it comes to things like this. And I mean no offense. I hope I'm not butchering your name. Mahadin, can I call you Kowal? I know, I'm such a knucklehead, dude. I'm an idiot. My wife thinks I'm so stupid. She's like, get away from me and start a YouTube channel. Get out of the literally, she's like, get out of the kitchen and go start a YouTube channel. Get away from me. I'm like, all right, gotcha. So here we are. All right, status update. August 9th, permission domains and permission DEX amendments. You know about the XLS 80 and XLS 81. We've covered it in a couple of videos. They are not enabled yet. This is why XRP's price is not jumping, because it won't until, and by the way, they are currently open voting, by the way, but not adopted into the default consensus rules yet. But I think this is going to happen. It has to happen. How else are we going to use this thing? Somebody tell me where I'm off here. Help me understand it if I'm missing this. XRPL's latest protocol release introduced support for permissioned DEX amendment, meaning it's available for voting by validators, but has not been activated on the network yet. But we got to do it, right? Because how else are we going to be able to move all the world's value as ODL? Documentation confirms that permission domains have not been used in practice, awaiting approval of the permissioned domains amendment. So are you guys aware of that? Like, that's what's going on. XODL can't be used yet. Really. As far as what I'm learning here and what I'm knowing. You know, I've been going over this I think the past kind of like month-ish or so, but then jumped on it again because somebody covered it in a video. I think it was my buddy Zach there. I say my buddy, but I don't know him. Zach Rector's pretty awesome as far as over the years, my learning. He's one of my dudes that I've learned from. Hats off to you. Thank you, Zach, for blazing the trail, my good sir. Good job. Really, I mean that. Good job. You do a great job. I ripped you up in the beginning. My wife's like, well, how come you don't like Zach? I'm like, well, maybe I'm just being a little jelly guy. This guy knows a lot about crypto and everything. I think I might be just being a jerk. He kind of annoys me a little bit, but I think that's probably me that's doing that. And then I watched him for a little bit, and my wife's like, oh, how come you like Zach Rector now? I thought you didn't like him. I'm like, well, like all the people I really kind of like. At first, I'm just kind of like, who is this person? I'm a jerk. Anyway, Zach Rector's awesome. Check Zach Rector out. He's got a great channel. I'm the ultimate, give you the great compliment and then backslap you in the face after the compliment. I'm Italian. I can't help it. Documentation confirms that permission domains have not been turned on yet. Basically, the XRPL hasn't been turned on yet, because that is what it is the permission ledgers, that DEX that's allowing the banks to actually use it to move the value. So the institutional gate is still closed. Two missing huge pieces. Comments real quick. Good. I love this on price action. People giving opinions. What am I missing? Oh, I missed Doug. No, I didn't miss Doug. Good morning, Doug. But I missed what you had said earlier. Sorry, bro. Days ahead before the flip of the switch. Turn it on Ripple for sure. That's what we're looking at. It's coming very shortly here, guys. Nelson says, I have a friend that's coming back home from South Korea, and he said, yeah, had a blast. He's a geek with crypto. XRP's big out there, and the kicker is, yep, it certainly is. That's cool. Good. Thank you, Nelson. Thanks for the news on that, dude. Yes. Yes, Mahidin, I hope I'm not butchering your name. You see the glitch in the matrix where the XRP spikes over 21K? Yep, it does that thing. Yep, for sure. Could be a glitch in the matrix, Doug. Could be also a glitch in the I don't want to talk on that. I'm not going to. Anyway, could be. Don't know. Rick, what are you saying here? Fibonacci, thank you. Somebody knows some fibs. Fibonacci says, going to retest 4.8, then go to 37. Oh, okay. Where can I borrow against XRP in Canada as nothing works for now for that to buy more XRP? Where can I borrow against XRP in Canada? I don't know. Good question. I don't know. I mean, are you just kind of like asking me where you try to take a loan out to buy XRP? Is that kind of what you're, not financial advice, but that would be kind of one of the few things that I would not think is that crazy to take a loan out and then put that money into. Never financial advice on the channel. And by the way, I've not done that myself. But is that what you're asking, Rick? Are you trying to figure out how to take a loan out to buy more XRP? Where can I borrow against XRP in Canada? What do you mean? Exactly. To missing pieces, permission domains. What do you mean exactly? I want to help you and answer this. The permission domain. Let me cover this first. Permission domains let issuers restrict which domains and accounts can hold or trade their issued tokens. A must-have for regulated assets like CBDCs, tokenized treasuries, or bank-issued stablecoins. Now, permission dexes, but I think, yeah, I'm not sure, Rick. I'm not sure what. I mean, Rick, there's people, of course, who take out loans and buy the crap out of digital assets. I mean, if they can cash out properly and they've chosen the right assets, they win. I mean, you say that's horrible financial advice and don't ever, and it's not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. I am a talking head. I'm a big old talking head up here on YouTube. What do I know? Permission DEX applies similar controls at this decentralized exchange level, letting users say who can trade certain assets on the decentralized level. So if we're talking about permission domains for banks to be using, institutions to be using, not turned on yet. Not turned on yet. Yeah, please check that out about Canada. Thank you, Nelson. By the way, love our little community we have in here, and I do mean little. We've just got only a few people in here. Hate that word, just. Hate the word hate. Boy, it's tough chasing my tail as a human. I love our little community. It's so fun. It really is. I'm not trying to be funny when I'm saying that or be a dork. I can't help it. I am kind of a dork. Nelson, Karina, Chris, pretty awesome. Yes, Mr. Doug, and now Rick in here. Okay, welcome. Mahadin. I think it's Mahadin, pretty sure. Welcome in. Got to refresh this chat. Sorry, guys, because I miss you and I miss people. I miss things that are happening in the chat because I don't know how to work. You got to be smarter than the equipment you're using, and I'm not. And that is why I fail. Why institutions need it. Banks, governments, and big corporate treasuries cannot touch an open, fully permissionless DEX with zero restrictions. So let's think AML, for instance, anti-money laundering, KYC, know your customer, sanctions lists. They can't. Regulators require whitelisted access for certain financial instruments. Everybody's got to be vetted who's in there. Who's playing. If a central bank wanted to issue a CBDC on XRPL today, it would have to allow anyone, including bad actors, to hold or trade it. And that ain't going to happen. That's a non-starter in the regulated world, right? These permission tools are what make XRPL enterprise grade and legally usable for high value real world settlement for the world, guys. Important stuff. Thank you so much, Lindsay, for subscribing to our channel. We love to have you in. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I hope you're enjoying our channel. I'm not a financial advisor. My name is Frank the Crypto Tank. To try to be fun, I'm Frank. I'm a contractor for many years. About 6 years ago, I learned the ways of finance and crypto. I started with crypto, and after about the first maybe 6 months, I realized, okay, I guess I have to learn this money thing. And I did. Thought it would make me a bad person if I got too deeply into the money game. All I've ever heard growing up on the East Coast in Connecticut with some wealthy friends, some not, and people around me saying, oh, those people I have money and they're rich because they're bad. They've gotten it because, come on, that's why otherwise everybody'd be rich, see? Really? No. When we get just a little bit on in years, we see the truth of things. There are loads and loads and loads of very wealthy folks who are simply fantastic people in this world. And I know a few now that I'm a little older and I'm friendly with them and see the truth of things. And there are also some dastardly wealthy people. Hey guys, there's dastardly poor people and there's awesome poor people too, right? So it is what it is. But I grew up with this thing, my bug in my head, and I think a lot of other people did as well, to say that don't get into money and don't make a lot of money and don't, because you're going to be bad. That's for bad people that do. Okay. And now there's quite a few folks who did not grow up like that, but I did, unfortunately, much to my dismay. I overcame it. But guys, the deal is the wealthy of this planet right now are ready to be jumping into. Do you realize the floodgates that are about to open with crypto? Do you realize only 10 to 12% ish of Americans have crypto or into crypto? Do you realize it's going to be about 80 to 85%, which means like another 60 whatever percent is getting ready to come into crypto? Do you all, very kindly I'm asking, me too, do I realize the implications of that? How much that is going to, not financial advice in the channel. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm a contractor turned crypto dude. Like I told you 6 years ago, who learned this stuff and then said, I need to learn the money system too. And I did. And now I know both. But now I'm at the point where I say, geez, do you guys realize now that those who have gotten in early to the crypto space, that when the other 60%-ish or so come in with their dough, including large institutional money, guys, I'm talking about trillions and trillions and trillions of dollars. Lights out. You all, I think, are going to be shocked, because I'm not sure what you guys are holding, and I don't tell specifics. I just feel it's safer to not tell specifics, but I don't think there's a problem saying us sharing what we're holding. I'm not doing the Patreon thing, at least not as of now. I'm not doing you have to pay to see my portfolio. I show you openly. I've told you many times. I'll tell you again. But we're about to shoot. All of us here who have been into XRP and XLM and the ISOs and know just a little bit more about crypto than the average bear, which is you guys. Otherwise, guys, you would not be watching me right now if you did not know more about crypto than almost anybody that's in the crypto space, except for folks who really, really know a lot and are crazy. Maybe you guys. But buddy, I have a couple buddies who are real degen guys and really get into it, and they're doing this whole thing. Oh my gosh, stable coins and blah, 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 like to a high level. And I'm like, geez, guys, I don't do that kind of stuff. And then you got your developers and so forth and people who are on even another level. And I've got a friend who does that too. But, there's levels and degrees, but guys, you are head and shoulders, hats off, not blowing smoke here, giving you the truth. You have to think about this and process this. You probably have. You're in one of those higher echelons of crypto knowers and crypto participators and crypto researchers and crypto, I don't want to say believers. I don't like believe. Believe is just like, what are we going to watch a Disney movie next? Like, Believing to me is just like, I believe I could fly. It's like, what the hell are you talking? I did that on purpose. I want to see how that would come across. Horrible, sorry. But come on, what is believe? You want to believe, go ahead and be a believer. I believe I don't want to believe. I believe I want to be gnostic and I want to know. I like Gnosticism. That's me. I like the knowing of things. Because when I know and operate on those premises, those thoughts, those assumptions, I suppose, and lay my life out 2 years later, I'm super happy. When I believe and then go on that and 2 years later and look at my life, it's horse crap. Yeah, how about we wake up? How about we stop with the fairy tale belief crap? And excuse me, and I'm not trying to be rough, we are here. I'm not a financial advisor, but we're working with investments and crypto. So we don't do emotional, fancy-pantsy, Disney, I believe the price is going here, blah, blah, blah. Believe in yourself is all you ever really should do. That's what you should believe in, is yourself. You have the confidence to move forward as a sovereign human being and not be a wind-up toy and go around believing stuff like a parrot that you're being told. Come on, you're better than that. You're in this community, you're better than that. You can do this thing. Let's go. We're doing it. Here we are right now. Hold on, comments. I need to, what do I do? What do I do? The show or the comments? What do I do? My notes or the comments? Get into comments because they go too far really quick. Oh. See, that's why I'm glad I come in here. Sat you up. What's up? What up, Sat you up? Said I'd be back on the stream. What's up? And I don't know if I'm saying that, Sat you. Guys, I'm just going to be calling you certain things based on your handle, pronouncing it a certain way. And I'm a little idiot, so I'm probably getting it wrong. And I mean no offense. I mean all due respect to everyone that's in here. I know I'm a little wisecracker, but I don't want to disrespect anybody or their name. Sure, author. I don't know if I'm saying that right, but what's up, bro? Welcome back in. We're developing a nice little community in here. I was a believer 7 years ago, says Satchu, ago, and we aren't believers. We are for sure waiters now. XD, I think you might have meant XDC. First time a guy I met, you said it right for what? Satchu is perfect. You for the first ever guy, he said it for the first time. Yep. Oh, okay. Well, I don't know if you mean me, but thank you if you do. But I think you might mean someone in the comments here. Yeah, you guys are. I love you guys in the comments, spitting back and forth with each other and getting a little vibe going on our tiny little channel. Tiny. We are a tiny little YouTube channel, which is hilarious to me. YouTube doesn't want to send us anywhere, which is fine. I'm not complaining. I love you, YouTube. Please don't be mean to me. Be nice, algorithm. I was just kidding, algorithm. I love you. Algorithm, did I tell you how good you look today? Hey, YouTube algorithm, your hair looks gorgeous today. Did I tell you that all the ladies love you? YouTube algorithm? Yeah, you want to make sure you kiss the butt of YouTube. Otherwise they don't send you out. Don't start no flack with YouTube algorithm now. I love YouTube. Oh boy, do I love you, algorithm. He was simply gorgeous. Head and shoulders above the rest. Okay. Frank, you're going to scare him away. Stop trying to be funny. This isn't your stand-up act. This is crypto. Where are we right now? Both amendments are written, coded, and live in the latest XRPL software. This is the 2.5.0 that we covered in a couple of videos, just mentioned briefly, but you guys know about 2.5.0, our latest update. They're currently open for validator voting, but have not reached consensus approval. So, meaning right now they're laying dormant. Okay, and until we turn on, guys, do we see that this is all being calculated purposefully? I think that's my opinion. Would you just look at how the timing of how Ripple got lassoed up in the courts? Little doggies getting away with the financial system. Better lasso that one up. Get that little doggy. Throws the lasso around XRP and Ripple and pulls her in for almost a 5-year tie-up. Almost a 5-year hog high because you about to run away with the value transfer on the planet, and that can't happen now. We ain't ready yet now. We don't have a back door to that too, by the way. Oh boy, I don't think they'll like me saying this. I better be careful. Hey, and so then what happens? All the events with Trump then getting in again, blah, blah. It's almost like if you step back and look at how it played out, and is playing out, if you really step back, guys, it's like a weird freaking movie, baby. I'm just tripping. I don't know. I probably am. Got my DMT cranking just a little too much. I'm on my own trip. All right, guys, I don't know. That's what I see as a crazy third eye guy. You can call me third eye guy. I don't mind. That's not weird to me. The pineal gland is absolutely real. And we see it has something like an optic nerve that literally is like an eye. Hello. It's your eye of sight. Don't talk too much about that, though, because we're talking about crypto. All right. So they're currently open. But by the way, that is what allows the tank to find this crypto. Until the validator network hits the 80% approval threshold for 2 weeks straight, the features stay turned off. So this isn't software compatibility issue, guys. It's a governance and coordination delay. Hello, flip the switch. He's going to the board again. Hold on, Turkey Base, what's up? Guys, I see you in the comments. Hang on one sec. I got to get to this board. Hold on. Now, hang on just 1 second, because check it out. This crazy son bitch going to the board. Oh, stop swearing. This crazy guy's going to that board again. Okay, here's the thing. Okay. You got yourself your light switch, right? And right now it's turned off. Wow, he's sliding in and out of frame. What's this guy doing? It's crazy. Crazy like a fox. All right, here's the deal. XRP. Such a weird, obsessive, compulsive freak. No crooked lines. What is going on with XRP and ODL? It's not turned on yet. The software is not turned on yet. And why? Okay, so David Schwartz just came out and mentioned this. Andre Schick, we love him. He kind of called to task and said, and asked, guys, I'm so sick of this crap. Why is XRP not going up if it's the thing and it's signed with so many banks and blah, blah, blah? Why is it not going up? And Schwartz has given this answer before, too. Not just here, but he reiterates that the permission features of the ledger have not been turned on yet. The banks are not using it yet, but they will coming up shortly. Real quick comments. Sorry, guys. Guys, what's up to everybody in here this morning? Nelson, thanks for says the other said it's been his business. Yeah, for sure. Don't go giving your stuff, guys. Be really careful of what you're holding and who you're telling and everything. Be cautious. Yep, for sure. They sure do. Yep. They ignore, they laugh, and then they fight, and then we win. Yeah, and the end with this. Just open an account for 7. I go, oh, good job, Nelson. Nice job. Turkey Base says, flip it, baby, and I'm doing good. How you doing, Turkey Base? It's nice to see you back in this morning. Thank you for stopping back in. And guys, thanks for coming in and joining us on Crypto Info Blockchain Made Easy with Frank the Crypto Tank. We are going to finish our episode this morning, which is covering permissioned features on the XRP Ledger and essentially why it has not been turned on yet. And basically, it needs to be voted on. It needs to be approved. It's governance and coordination delay, essentially. So validator caution. Some validators want to test and review before greenlighting such a big change to how assets are controlled. Supposedly, that's the reasoning. The reason for it. Ecosystem politics. XRPL is decentralized, Ripple has influence, but can't unilaterally flip the switch. Validators must agree. We're waiting on that. We're waiting on all of this to come together, different cogs in a wheel, pieces to all sync and then start turning the wheel, the gear. Perception versus decentralization. Some in the crypto community push back against permission features, arguing that they reduce openness, which they do, even in my opinion, from what I understand, even though they're optional for users. And that's the thing. You know, the CBDC thing, everybody's freaked out about it. And people say, well, it's optional now. What about when it's not? And I don't know what to say. Timing with regulations is another thing to consider. Ripple and others might want these features to go live and sync with major institutional announcements or regulatory clarity, like stablecoin legislation or the approval of the XRP ETF coming up. But it is what it is. We need to wait. Now, comments real quick before I finish this up. Yeah, good job, Nelson. Way to help the family out. Can't see the pen. Wait, what do you mean can't see the pen? Well, on the board, you mean? Yep. Yeah, you gotta, be careful about who you tell about crypto. You do want to, people that you trust, you want to help and you want to inspire them. There's nothing wrong with that. Be careful. Don't be telling people exact amounts what you have of crypto and things like that. Guys, the consequence of this thing is the institutional money pause. Without these features, the XRPL is like basically this Ferrari that's just sitting there and not being driven, waiting. It's like, oh, that car's really fast. Yeah, we know, but we don't drive that. Wait, what do you mean? Nah, that's okay. Just look at it. No, don't look at it. Can't look at it? No, don't even look at it. Don't worry, one day we'll drive it, that Ferrari. Called the XRP Ledger. Don't worry, ODL will be turned down one day. Fast, sleek, capable, but not street legal. You know? We're waiting. A nasty Lambo or something. A nasty Bugatti, a nasty whatever. Pagani. Whatever it is. Yeah, Pagani's got a cool one. Banks, a cool supercar. Banks, payments, banks, payment networks, and governments likely in wait mode. Not likely, we are, until the tools are activated. No, we are. We can't do anything really until they're activated. But the moment we're switched on, we're going to see central banks doing their CBDC thing, which we don't like, I know. Major banks using ODL with controlled corridors in the meta region. Asia Pacific and so forth, tokenized bonds, treasuries, and other regulated assets trading compliantly on the XRPL. Don't forget AMM's rocking the house. All of it's in play on the ledger. Aussie Boy, welcome. Aussie Boy, what do you mean can't see the pen? I'm trying to figure out what you mean. Do you mean that, or do you mean these pens? Wait, these pens? The big picture here, guys, this flip of the switch moment that we're all waiting for. Guys, would you do me a favor? Anybody who's in here now who wants to drop, if you think, and it's going to help with the activity in the comments too, and it gets people involved. Please drop in the comments, if you don't mind, please, if you like helping, and tap the like and subscribe as well if you like helping me in particular. Thank you on this Saturday morning. Type in, can you find a light switch and put that in there in the comment? If you guys think this flip of the switch moment is happening before the end of the year. And you know what I mean, with features being turned on and banks using it and, excuse me, ETF being approved at that point, it means that it would be approved and inflows would start just some months after, but heavy inflows. But will this flip of the switch moment come by EOI 2025 or Q1-ish 2026? Give me a light switch, or just say flip, or just say switch, please, in the comments, if you guys, and it'll help. And I do want to know what you guys think. Genuinely want to know, do you guys think this whole thing turns on and XRP's price starts cranking? I mean, cranking. You know, the thing what we wanted to happen, for it to go to, wait, it's retracing, but it's still going like a lot this past week. It was at $3.30, and now it's at freaking $6, you know, a couple weeks later, whatever, and it's just cranking it. It's killing it. And it doesn't stop week after week after week. And a couple few months later, like XRP's for real, legit, yo. Ain't going back to those levels again. Whoever wanted to buy in, because now we're at like $16 for an XRP or whatever, $11, you know, whatever price charts will allow for healthy movement, right? We're going to retrace. We're going to have higher highs and higher lows. But so tell me what you guys think. Think by the end of the year-ish or so, it will flip by November. Francisco Diaz, thank you for commenting. Yeah, thinks that it will flip by November. I'm saying November-ish too, December, and I think everybody's going to be shocked. It's the same old thing. It really is going to be a flip. We're going to frickin' wake up, and a couple of few days are going to go by, and we're going to be like, this crap's not stopping. Why is XRP's price just keeps cranking? What the hell is going on, really? This isn't just sentiment. This isn't just, you know, hype or whatever, or speculation. I mean, this thing is really just keeps moving over the weeks. What's going on? It's really being used, and it's turned on now. That's what's going on, and that's what is coming, and XRP holders know it. And we are going to be so happy. And guys, please, not financial advice, but we have to take profits. I know we don't want to go cranking everything back into USD. I get that whole thing, right? We're not silly. We don't just put all of it into USD now after we win with crypto and see that it's the future of finance, integrating with traditional finance, and then we're just going to dump all our crypto. No, we don't do that, especially when we know some of this crap's going up from a couple few bucks a coin now to frickin' $200, $300, $500 a coin, and potentially some of them very likely in 3 to 5 years. Pull out the calculator on what that is if somebody is holding, you know, 10,000 shares, 20,000 shares, whatever. I don't know how people buy, but if somebody's got 10, 20, 30,000 shares multiplied by $500, oh, geez, not financial advice, but what happens if somebody hangs on to a V-chain or one of these suckers that cranks like that? Okay, so what's $500 times and whatever it is? And so he said V-chain could go to 500. V-chain could very well go to $500. Hello, do you know? Because I heard somebody out there in the YouTube Etherverse saying he just said YouTube V-chain could go to $500. So somebody has 30,000 coins of V-chain. That's 15 mil before tax. Guys, some people in crypto, this is the largest transfer of wealth getting ready to happen in human history. I talked to some folks last night at a reunion that I went to with my wife, some lovely, lovely folks, fantastic individuals. And really, and I really mean that. What a great group of people. And I really mean that. I'm not saying that just to cover my butt in case they're watching right now. They're never going to see this. They're really cool people. And I'm thinking, look at these awesome group of humans who really don't, all they're basically saying is either they heard a friend made money with crypto or is still doing it, they tried it and don't want to do it because they lost it and they just tried it and don't do it, or they did it okay with it and they just didn't think it was a thing, or, oh my God, it's for nefarious people and stuff. You're touching that crypto. That's what I got from the room last night, and we were actually outside, but there were probably 30-ish or so folks, and I was bouncing around being crazy crypto dude, of course, promoting the channel, and these folks are just like, I kind of heard it's something, what? And allowed me to bend their ear, these poor people. I mean, these, you know, not poor, but I feel bad for them. Comments. Yes, yes, yes. Yes, Nelson. You guys are pretty cool in the comments, man. Hey, Doug, Aussie boy, thank you for coming in here. And Karina, thank you for coming in and being a newcomer. Karina says people have to understand that they're laying out the train tracks right now to a brand new financial system. When everything is in place, life will be the same again for, yep. Boy. So it blows me away, Karina and Satu, if I don't know how to say that. Aussie boy, you folks who are in here, Nelson, Doug, Francisco, Jonathan. Oh, thank you. And Jonathan, thank you for subbing. Hats off to you guys, and I really do mean that, because how are we seeing this and the rest of the world is not, it's just like, what? That crypto? I guess it's kind of like once you start going down the rabbit hole, then you get it. So you have to get to a point, I think, at least we all did, right? To where we were kind of like, I can't go back now. Like I'm a crypto learner. I'm a learner and knower of crypto now. Guys, this flip the switch moment, the tech does exist. The real life partnerships exist. The missing step is protocol level permission control. That's what we're looking for. To satisfy regulatory requirements, which we have. We need the voting on. We're ready to put this into play. So we think of it basically, XRP kind of has two ignition keys. One is the ODL infrastructure and liquidity corridors, already in place, by the way. And key two is permission controls for regulated assets, still locked. And these permission controls, once unlocked, game on. When both keys turn on, we've got the green light for full institutional integration. Enterprise grade level. So that's what I got for you. I'm here to help. Our expectations and then falling short on expectation is what leads to our disappointment in life, whether it's in the crypto space or elsewhere. Let's be careful to not set up with lofty expectations that are not real, lest we get let down and depressed and sad later when they do not come to fruition because they were not grounded in reality and not real. Let's stay in reality. Let's not be moon boys. Let's not jump on and XRP's going to... No, we're not doing that. We never did, and we're not ever going to do that because we knew the truth and we know the truth. And I told you, video after video, if you go back, every single video has told you and me to be careful and don't get all crazy because the case is over. It doesn't really mean crap in the end. It doesn't, right? It does mean a lot. It opens, please. It means a lot. It opens the door for us. But as far as it making the price move now, no. Does not mean crap in that regard because it ain't going to do it, and it didn't do it. And we knew it wouldn't do it, and y'all knew it wouldn't do it either in your heart of hearts. So let's not get emotional about the crypto space, particularly XRP price movement. Let's calm it down and understand that XRP moves based on real world usage and speculation to a degree. But it will continue to move and not stop moving up the mountain once it has its... maybe 2030, 2031. Check XRP's price then and see what the world says about all of you and me and all of us and Zach Rector and Crypto Hulk and Digital Asset Investor and Alex Cobb and everybody, all of yous that I learned from and that you guys watch as well, that this isn't happening moving forward. Really? You don't, whoever is into crypto or knows crypto, if we ask them, where do you think from 2026 to 2031, give me a guess. Where do you think XRP's price is going? Tell me where you think XRP's price is going. Send it through the airwaves mentally and I'll catch it. No. Send it in the comments where you think XRP's price is in 2031, if you want to. You don't have to. I'm trying to be fun, and I'm not trying to bait you guys. I'm trying to get you guys active for genuinely, and it does help the channel when the comments activate. But it makes it fun. The point is to interact in here, right? So jump in the comments and tell me, please, if you don't mind, if you want to, where XRP's price is in 2030. Because I think by 2030... we're looking at somewhere around a few $100-ish. People think it's going to be $1,000 or more by then. I don't know. That may be lofty. I could be surprised that we could have a $500 XRP by 2031. We could have a $1,000 XRP by 2031. I'm calling maybe to 300 or so. Could be a $400 XRP by 2031. What do you guys think? Drop it in the comments below. 16K says Hunter. Holy shit. $55 easy. Yeah, my boy said 15K. Hunter, I hope you are right. Hunter, if you're right, I think some of us in here, we're not really going to understand what that means to have that much money. It's going to be kind of weird. Probably will become commonplace like everything else does. Our ability to adapt as humans to our environment and, of course, newfound wealth and so forth is absolutely ridiculous and amazing. I bet in a few years we all are just like, yeah, so I've got 75 mil. What's the big deal? Wow, that'd be wacky. What? Karina says 50K? Guys, if this does... Sachi says 16K. You balling and getting a plane made of pure gold. Sachi, come on. Well, all right. Now you got to enjoy yourself. I hear you. Who am I? Sachi's getting a plane of pure gold. You got to enjoy yourself. You do what you do. You do you. Holy crap. This is really where you guys are with XRP. I don't know if charts will allow that. I guess charts have to allow what the world says, right? Because charts print off of Fibonacci human behavior and what happens in the world, and then the charts print, right? So charts have to do what the world says. If you really look at it, the world doesn't do what the chart says, concerning adoption and so forth and price movement and real value, undervalued projects being realized later, right? So, wow, Karina says, holy crap, you guys ain't effing around with these price predictions. A Maybach for Karina. I think I'd like a driver with a Maybach. I think that would be nice as I bop around this planet to help everybody I can here at home first. Hunter says, what interests me is that no other coins will be able to trade essentially instantly. How is the system that trades going to be worth less than the coin it trades? Curious on your take on that. I'm trying to understand what you're asking. Let me get that again. I feel like that's a really good question. Hold on. What interests me is that other coins will be able to traded, I think you mean be traded essentially instantly. Okay, right. Other coins can be traded instantly. How is the system that trades going to be worth less than the coin that it trades in? It's not necessarily the case. It doesn't need to be that. I don't think. It's a great question. What a well thought, what a really interesting question. I've thought this before too. I don't think, Hunter, that it needs to be that, if I'm understanding your question properly. It doesn't need to be that it's worth less than the coin that it trades. It doesn't need to be that. And if it is, then that means that we have different value propositions now that have flipped. No? Talk to me about this. I want to make sure I'm understanding what you're asking me. I want to give you my feedback on this, Hunter. I love thoughtful questions like this. Francisco Diaz says, this is all new, so I think we don't know where it will go. Excuse me, but it'll surprise a lot of people. Excuse me. I went Crypto Hulk on you. Sorry, hold on. I love Crypto Hulk too, by the way. I'm completely joking. I love that dude. A Crypto Hulk throat clear. I love the Hulk. As an allergy sufferer, I feel Hulk's pain. I really do. With all this new, all this is new. Okay, so I think you're going to surprise a lot. It's going to surprise a lot of people, says Francisco. And Doug says, always remember that David Schwartz said XRP was designed to operate at $50,000. It's always stuck in my head. It is true. He has said that. And we should let's find that and play it. But I got my share screen messed up. I'm going to figure it out. Yeah, I think I have gotten a little bit too stuck in the... I'm going to call it, not in a negative way now, I've got caught in the ruts of the non-Moon Boy, very, 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 very conservative folks who have been saying, no, look at, stop saying XRP is going to even $100. Just calm it down. You don't know that it's going there, blah, 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 blah. It is true that we have to first get to 5, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, right, before we get to 100, but we're smashing 100. Yeah, I may be low. We may be at $1,000 or more. We may be at 5K. Wouldn't it be crazy if we're at 5K, 10K, or 16K like you're saying by 2031? That'd be wacky. Wow, that'd be wacky. All right, guys, I got to hightail it out of here this morning. I love all you guys for coming in. Thank you for joining us into the episode. I'll get my share screen corrected so we can have a more extensive. I had some good things, man, that I wanted to share, including a video. Darn it. I will get it all fixed. Don't you worry, me. You guys have a lovely, blessed day. Please tap the like and subscribe if you don't mind on your way out. It's crucial. Don't forget we have a Jim Bazzani interview coming Monday, August 18th, Colorado time, 5:30. It's Monday, August 18th with Caleb and Brown. Jim Bazzani coming right up, and you're going to love that one. Please hit the like and subscribe as I've asked. I love you for tuning in here. And you guys all know Nelson, Doug, all of you who are coming in, Satu. I'm not running through all the names. Karina, welcome, welcome, welcome. I love all you guys. You're awesome for coming into the channel. Thank you for tuning in to Crypto Info Blockchain Made Easy with me, this little knucklehead called Frank the Crypto Tank. I hope you're enjoying it. We're having fun. Join us in tomorrow morning, Sunday morning, 7 a.m. Have the best day ever. It's a Saturday, so enjoy it, please. I hope you're getting time off from running around and chasing our tails, chasing dollars. Life may be tough, and if it is, it's okay. Just smile back. See you in the morning. Love you guys. Have a good one. Great to see you in here. Thank you.